The pursuer's paradox. We're going to talk about that weird, frustrating feeling when you like someone, but the more you try to get their attention, the more they just seem to pull away. It's a real thing, and we're going to break down exactly why it happens.
I mean, seriously, have you ever noticed this? It feels completely backward, right? You show interest, you make the effort, you put yourself out there, and it's like they just run in the other direction. The more you push, the more they retreat. So what is actually going on here?
Well, that whole dynamic, that's what we call the pursuer's paradox. It's this strange situation where your effort to get closer is the very thing that creates distance. And to really get it, we need to look at the two totally different mindsets that are at play. Okay, so you've basically got two roles here. First, there's the pursuer. All their energy is flowing outward. They're looking for validation, they're focused on getting the other person, they've put them up on a pedestal, but then you have the prize. And their focus is completely different. It's internal. They have inherent self-worth. They're not chasing anybody because they're busy building their own amazing life, a life that has its own gravity, one that naturally pulls people in. And I need to be really, really clear about this. This is not about playing games. It's not about learning some weird tricks to manipulate somebody. That's not what this is. This is about understanding something way more powerful, the basic psychology of human desire. So yeah, let's get right into the psychology of why this paradox even exists. It all really boils down to this one powerful cognitive bias that's kind of quietly running in the background of almost every decision we make. It's called the scarcity principle, and the idea is actually super simple. Our brains are just wired to put a higher value on things that are rare or hard to get. And, on the flip side, we tend to value things a lot less when they're always available, when they're abundant. And this isn't some kind of a mistake in our thinking, it's just human nature. This is literally how we're wired. I mean, think about it. Limited edition sneakers, rare collectibles, exclusive clubs, their entire value, their entire appeal is built on this one simple idea. So here's where it all connects. When you're the one who's always available, always texting first, always looking for approval, you are sending a massive signal of abundance. You're making yourself less scarce. And when you do that, you unintentionally lower your own perceived value in their eyes. So, if chasing is the wrong move, what's the right one? Well, for a really powerful alternative, we can actually look to a pretty unexpected source, the legendary samurai Miyamoto Musashi. Now, he obviously wasn't writing a dating guide, but his wisdom on strategy, it's absolutely timeless. And this quote it nails the entire mindset shift, doesn't it? The objective is not to pursue someone, it's to become the one worth pursuing. You stop focusing all your energy on how to get their attention and instead start focusing on building a life that naturally commands it. This really breaks down into three key shifts you gotta make. First, and this is the foundation, know your value. Your worth is not up for discussion and it definitely doesn't come from someone else's approval. It's yours. Second, detach from the outcome. This one is huge. The moment you desperately need a specific result, you hand over all of your power. You have to let that go. And third, create your own gravity. This is where the work comes in. You invest in your hobbies, your career, your passions. You build a life that you are genuinely excited about. Okay, so what does this actually look like in your day-to-day life? I mean, how do you go from this idea to actually living it? Let's talk about the real qualities of someone who has this prize mindset. Well, it looks like this. You have clear boundaries because you respect yourself. Your time is valuable, so you protect it. You're not just waiting by the phone. You know deep down that your happiness is your own job. You're passionate about your own goals, your own mission. And this is the most critical piece of all. You're always 100% willing to walk away from any situation that doesn't respect your value. That willingness to walk away, that is your ultimate source of power. And I really have to stress this point. This isn't about being arrogant. It's not about being cold or putting on some act. That's not confidence. That's just insecurity wearing a mask. This is about something much deeper. A quiet, centered self-respect that you don't even have to talk about because it's just real. And all of this, all of it, leads to the most important shift in your thinking. It completely redefines what your objective is when it comes to attraction in the first place. I want you to really think about this for a second. The pursuer is always hoping to be chosen. Their entire goal is to win someone else's approval. But when you make that shift to the prize mentality,
the roles completely reverse. You are no longer the one auditioning. You are the one holding the auditions. You become the one who chooses who is actually worthy of your time and your energy.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought. The next time you feel that urge to chase, that need to send that second text, that desire to seek validation, just pause for a second and ask yourself a different question. Instead of asking, how can I get their attention? What if you asked yourself, how can I build a life so interesting, so full, and so true to myself that I simply become unmissable?